Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Horizons review series. Today we are reviewing episode 69 and I hope you enjoy. So the Rise and Volt tacklers have arrived in Kitakami in search of Briar, who can help them find out more info about Terrapagos. Well, that was their plan, but it turns out there isn't a person in sight in this small town, and just so happens to be the day of the Harvest Festival. So the gang get dripped out in their Kitakami gear and attend the festival. I love all the outfits here, some really good Kitakami vibes in this episode. Straight away Friede bumps into Carmine, who is such a fun addition here. Friede just wants to ask about Briar and also learn about her Sinistra, but Carmine being Carmine won't give up any info without a challenge, and she literally takes Friede around all of these festival games just to one-up him, which was hilarious. Meanwhile, the other plotline is Roy and Crocodile find this weird device at this old guy's shop, and of course they click the button and it ends up swapping them round. Roy is now in Crocodile's body and Crocodile is now in Roy's body. We get a good old fashioned body swapping episode. At first I was skeptical, I don't really like this kind of trope, but it was actually really fun and done really well, with Roy learning what it's like to live as a Pokemon, seeing the struggles of controlling its fire, learning to run on all fours. There was just some real interesting scenarios as Roy, Liko and Dot still want to enjoy the festival, but they don't want to give away the fact that Roy is a damn Crocodile. They go around all the stalls helping out the other members of the Rise and Volt tacklers, helping out Molly with these patients who have all hurt their feet, and helping out Orla with an oven that isn't working. It was really funny seeing them try to hide the fact that a human is in a Pokemon's body, and Roy's actual body was just speaking nonsense. But they end up covering it up really well and it makes for a lot of wholesome scenes. And while all of this is going on, Friede is just doing his own thing, him and Carmine just going around every single stall, Friede just winning at every single game, while Carmine gets more and more annoyed. I really love the dynamic between the two of them and how frustrated Carmine kept getting when losing. And it ends in the final challenge, which is a Pokemon battle between the two, with Sinistra using its Matcha Gotcha on Cap. But I mean, it really wasn't much of a battle. A quick dodge from Cap and then he just finishes the thing off with one Thunder Punch. Friede being overpowered as usual here, but hilariously just making Carmine even more annoyed. Eventually the old man finds Roy and he gets his body back, but you can tell he appreciated spending a day in the life of Crocodile. Even Liko and Dot notice that even when they are in different bodies, their bond is still as close as ever, and it was a really wholesome message for the episode as a whole, and just a lot of fun. The episode ends with Friede asking Carmine about Briar. We learn that she is her homeroom teacher and that we can find her at the Shining Pond. I also loved how Carmine was so adamant that they weren't going to get permission to even go there, but then straight away this old guy comes out and says, yep, you can go, all because of the help that Roy and Molly gave this girl earlier. Just again, something else to annoy Carmine in this episode. But overall, this episode was just a lot of fun, really cool vibes, a few different storylines going on to make it interesting enough. I didn't expect much from the body swapping, but I was really surprised at how well it worked for Roy and Crocodile, and only just shows how close their bond is once again. Going through all these little tasks to help the Rise and Volt tacklers while staying hidden, and then the other part of the episode was great too. The dynamic between Friede and Carmine, just really fun. Carmine being this over dramatic sore loser while Friede just calmly smiles while he wins another festival game. Carmine was a great addition to the episode and I hope to see a lot more of her. But for now we're heading off to see Briar at the Shining Pond, but this one was just really enjoyable, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts. What is your rating out of 10? Please like and subscribe if you enjoy, and I'll see you next time.